Hey guys, it's Kim. Welcome back to my channel. I am here with another makeup video. This one is a bit different though. This is a video that Jen from Project Beauty and I decided to do, and it's called Plan to Pan for 2023. And I'm going to go through a bunch of products that I really hope that I can get out of my collection and pan them completely, or make a pretty good dent in and actually focus on using. So if you'd like to see the products that I'm going to include in my year of panning next year, then stay tuned. Okay guys, so long time no see. I have been so sick for like the past week, and I'm still not the best. You can hear it in my voice, but I wanted to get on and film. It's been like super long. I think it's been like 2 weeks since I filmed. So I have out in front of me a whole bunch of products that I'm going to go through with you and let you know some of my goals for them. And I'm going to go through some hair care first. I have two Olaplex products in front of me. One is the Olaplex number 3. This is a bond, repair and strengthening bond product. And then this is a moisture mask for Bond Intense Moisture Mask. So this one you put on before you wash your hair. You keep it on and then you wash your hair as normal. This one you put on after, and it's as like an actual, hair mask that you would normally use. This one I've been remembering to use more often, but number 3, I'm having a hard time. So I really want to try to get both of these out next year. So anytime I can pull them into a project, I'm going to try to do that. So these two are definitely I'm wanting to use up. And then this one also, the Briogeo Scalp Revival. I'm just not a fan of this. I ended up getting this last year for free. Here's what it's looking like. So, I'm probably about halfway done with this. I ended up getting it for free when I did my Sephora order, and they sent me this by mistake along with the mask. And I told them, I'm like, hey, you sent this by mistake. And they're like, oh, just keep it. And I was like, okay. So this is something I want to finish as well. And then this is so silly. This is a Bumble and Bumble Heat Shield Thermal Protection Mist. There's like the tiniest bit in here, but I hardly ever straighten my hair. I hardly ever blow dry it to use like a heat shield on it. So if I ever blow dry my hair or straighten it or do something like that to it, I'm certainly going to use it. So I'm going to keep it in this bin as well. I have a bin next to me where I'm going to put all the products. And I'm going to keep it under my vanity, and that way when it comes to me wanting to use something in a project, I can pull for these things first. Okay, next up I have some skincare. First of all, I have 2 ordinary products. I have this hyaluronic acid plus B5, and then I have the plant-derived squalane. Both of these need to be used. They have a 12-month shelf life, and this one has a 6-month shelf life, the squalane. And this hyaluronic acid has a 12-month. And I'm hoping it's from the day that you open them, but I'm not quite sure. So these are going to be the next serums and hyaluronic acid that I open when I need a new one. So they're going to go in this bin too, and my goal is to have them out of my collection, sometime next year. These 2 are body scrubs. Well, this is a purifying exfoliating facial polish, and this is a Glam Glow Youth Mud Glow Stimulating Treatment. Now this one is, it's supposed to be a face polish, and it's got like the little grains in it, almost like sand. It was so harsh on my skin. So I'm going to be using this next year as like, for my arms as a scrub to get rid of my KP. This was awful, and I can't use it on my face. So I'm going to try to pan it by using it on my body. And then this Glam Glow mask as well, same thing. I call this the Twigs and Berries mask. It's awful. It's got like look at those pieces. Those brown things are like, I swear they're like twigs, and there's like sand in here, and it hurts. So this is going to be a scrub as well. I also have a charcoal mask from Young Living. I don't know if this is any good, but it's not that old, but I want to get this out of my collection as well. I don't really use charcoal masks. I think that's why it hasn't been opened yet, but I want to use it next year. And then another mask that I have, this is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Hyaluronic Clay Pore Tight Facial. This is a nice mask. I just forget to use it. So, I mean, I've used it and it's lovely. But another one, this is actually one that's been discontinued from Glow Recipe. So I want to get this out as well. So that's the face stuff. Well, these two turned into body things. Now on to body things for real. The first thing I want to get out is this Ulta Beauty Watermelon Sorbet Body Cream. This stuff smells so freaking good. It smells like just like watermelon. And I have quite a bit left. This was in a project earlier in the year. And I'll probably pull this back in more towards spring and summer because it really smells beautifully like summertime. This is a CeraVe Itch Relief Moisturizing Lotion. This I bought on a recommendation from Deb B. This is about halfway gone too, because I had used amlactin on my arms for my KP and it was so bad. It made me like break out all over the place, and I needed this to soothe and help with itch relief. So it's a lovely lotion, but I just don't really need it anymore as an itch relief, so I want to get it out as well before it goes bad. I have this Nivea In Shower Body Lotion, which I really love, but I always forget to use it when I'm in the shower. So I'd like to concentrate on using this more in the winter, which is really when I use it, but I want to really concentrate on it and get this out. And then this is the last like shave oil type thing I have. I want to get this out as well. I'm right about down here, and this is something that I want to finish up. I have come to the realization that I don't need like shave creams, shave oils. I can just use conditioner or nothing. I don't really have particularly thick leg hair that I need to like, you know, use something. I don't really need a ton of protection when I'm shaving because it's not difficult for me. So once this is out, I don't need to buy another product. And then I have, let's see, three sugar scrubs and a silky smooth lotion. So these are 3 scrubs from the Bathing Garden. I love the Bathing Garden, both for their waxes and for their scrubs and lotions, but these were samples I got. This is Sugared Wraith, and then I got Evernight and Lemon Cheesecake. And then I also have Faded Opulence. This is a body lotion. So these are products that I will take with me, you know, after the holidays when I finish up other things. These will come traveling with me. Especially, I love scrubs, and I always want to have one with me. So once I'm done with these actual things, then I can even save the jars to use for, you know, put my Tree Hut ones in. So that is all my body care that I want to finish up. Okay, now on to makeup. Let's get like some of the boring makeup out of the way. I have a couple, well, first of all, I have a primer. I want to finish this LYS primer. I have less than half of it left, and it's not my favorite, so I want to use that up. I have my NYX color corrector. I've already hit pan or jar, and you know, I don't know that I'm going to finish it, but I'm really going to try to get this out. I have another primer. This is the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Complexion Primer. It's just older, and I'd really like to get it out of my collection. I have 2 other concealers. This is the Born This Way Natural Radiance Concealer, and I don't even think they sell this anymore, but it's so good. And it really, I mean, I've been trying to pan this for like 3 years, and it's still really good, and I like the way it works on my skin. So I'm going to try to get this out just so that I can say, like, I used up a whole concealer. I don't use a ton. I really, like, this is how much I use under each eye. I use like a dab and then a dab. That's for one eye, and then I do a dab and a dab on another eye. So, like, I hardly use it. And same thing with this e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer. I really like it, but it's older and I just want to get it out. And then I also have 3 foundation products. This is the Becca Aqualuminous Perfecting Foundation. This is quite old as well, and you'll see that I'm more than halfway done with it. I've been trying to pan this for the last couple of years, and I just want this out just so I can say I finished a foundation. And then these are 2 that I really, really like. This is the e.l.f. obviously Camo CC Cream, and then this is the Fenty Beauty Hydrating Longwear Foundation. And I want to get both of these out, or at least over halfway done, so that I can say I made some really good usage in them. So let's get on to the fun stuff now, like the like makeup part. Actually, let me get more boring out of the way. I have 2 loose powders. I have this Becca Soft Light Blurring Powder. It's a mini. And then I also have this Ilia Fade Into You Soft Focus Finishing Powder, and I really want to get this out as well. And I think I will. I really like this Ilia powder. I was looking for something that was translucent, that actually stayed translucent on me, and this one did. So I was thrilled with that. So that was a Jalon Made Me Try It product. Jalon and Valerie. And then I have 2 pressed powders. This is the Balm Sexy Mama Anti-Shine Translucent Powder. This is one of the ones that I say is not translucent. I have a pretty good dent going in this. Like, if I use it for more, you know, a while longer, I probably will hit pan. Well, duh. I mean, if I use it a while longer, of course I'm going to hit pan. But, I mean, I can't. I'm probably far away from pan, but I feel like I'm not. So once I hit pan, I think I'll be really excited, but I want to try to get this out next year. And then this number 7 is another one that Jalon recommended, but I think I got the wrong one. This is the number 7 Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Finishing Powder in the shade Light. I thought the one that everybody liked that was a dupe for Charlotte Tilbury was a different one. Is this the dupe for Charlotte Tilbury, the number 7 Lift and Illuminate Triple Action? This is the one I have, and I really want to use it next year so I can get more use out of it. So those are some more boring products. Let me go into some highlighters. First of all, I have this MAC Strobe Cream. I've already tried to use this in a project, and I'm about right at that line, but there is not much left in this, and I just want to get this out. I have another little one of these too, so I'll probably throw it in the bin as well, because why not? Then I have this, this is going to look very familiar to you, Wet n Wild Mega Glow Hello Halo in the shade Halo Goodbye. This is a liquid illuminator, and I am about halfway done with it, and I've been trying to pan this sucker for a couple years too. But considering I've been wearing makeup more, I think that if I bring this into a project, I can really hit more dents on, get more dents on this, and maybe even use it up next year. And then finally for highlighters, I have this Super Shock Cheek from ColourPop in Lunch Money. Let me do some swatches of these. So here is the strobe cream. Whoa, where'd that cap go? No! I'm gonna crawl. It went all the way under my desk. I'm gonna have to crawl to get that. All right, so I have this. Here's the strobe cream. Yeah, that strobe cream from MAC is nice. And then the strobe cream is one that I could wear under stuff. Now, I thought this Halo one I could, but whoo, holy iridescent, no way. So there's the strobe cream I can wear under things. Here is Lunch Money, which is gorgeous. And then here is the Wet n Wild one. This one was way too much under things. I felt like I was the Tin Man. So very nice, and I like them a lot. And then let me get the blush out of the way that's not in a compact. I have a magnetic palette in front of me too that I'm going to show you some products from. The other blush that I have, this is one of the blushes. It's the Milani Romantic Rose. I had panned this for a long time, and it's been in a couple different products or projects, and it's really, really nice. But you have to use a lot of it in order for it to show up. So you see it right there on my hand. Okay. But I mean, I'm really pale, and I just have to build and build and build. And I also heard that once you get through this, because it's like a raised product, that it's all hollow underneath. So I don't know what's going to happen to it. Sarah Rose said that hers kind of fell apart and crumbled. So once that happens, I don't know how much more usage I'm going to get out of it. So I want to try to get as much usage in as I can. So let me go through the eye products that are not in the palette. Let me wipe off my hand here so we can get into some swatches with eye products. Oh, it feels good to pan, or it feels good to pan. It does feel good to pan, but it feels good to film. It's been a while. I missed you guys. even though I can't see you. It's nice to interact with you and just know you're there sometimes. So, okay, so the first product I have is the NYX Jumbo Stick, and this is in the shade Cottage Cheese. I've said this before, but like, who the hell would name this cottage cheese? It's so gross. I'm like, ew, I don't want to put cottage cheese in my eyes. But it's a very lovely pencil. I've used quite a bit of it. And here it is right here. This is something that I would wear as like a base. So I just have to use it. I think once I'm done with my Gerard Cosmetics one, this is one I would focus on. I have 3 Super Shocks in front of me. The first one is Ritz, which I've used. You guys have seen. It's been in projects and I love it. So here it is right there. It's just so beautiful. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it. This one is this is Frog. Amy sent me this one. Gosh, why she would give this up, I have no idea. This is more of a light base, you can tell. So this is more of a topper. Whereas Ritz gives some color when you put it down. And then finally, Birthday Wish. I really like this as well. And I really have gotten into using... So see, this is kind of in the middle of these two. You can see them more like that. But they do have a base and they shift. They're just so lovely. And I've really gotten into using Super Shocks more just as like a topper. And I feel like it kind of brings my whole look together. And before, I really was not a fan of Super Shock shadows. But for me, now that I'm wearing makeup more often, it's really nice for me to pop them on before I go to school. And it's a really easy look for me to just pop on and then head out the door. And like, I don't have to really worry about a ton of blending and stuff like that. So those are the 3 Super Shocks that I'm putting in to hopefully get out. I mean, but that's a pretty lofty goal. I've seen people try to pan a Super Shock shadow for a year and they don't get through it. So who do I think I am, right? So let me get into some lippies. Let me do the lipsticks first. So the first one I have is from Kokie. This is a creamy lip color, and this is in the shade Dolce Vita. It's really pretty. I like it a lot. I just always forget to use it, but it is a older one in my collection. Isn't that pretty? And I just want to get some usage out of it. I got it in a mystery bag from Kokie, so I want to get some usage out of that and hopefully get it out. This is another one called Milani. It's the the matte line in the shade Naked. And this is another one of my favorites, but I really haven't used it at all. And there is a swatch of it right there. It, of course, is lovely as well. This is an easy one for me to like bring to school and just keep on my desk. And then the third one is from Tarte. This is a lip sculptor. I don't even know if they sell these anymore, but it's a combination lipstick and gloss. I love this. I just forget to use it. And this is in the shade Lively. So here is Lively. So there's the lipstick. And then let me flip it over. And I'll show you the gloss. Because it's really nice. So there's that. So it's a really nice pairing. And I enjoy using it when I use it. I just forget. So that's why I'm doing this project. Then I have some glosses. The first is the e.l.f. Tinted Lip Oil in Nude Kiss. And let me give you a swatch. Yeah, this is more of an opaque gloss. And I'm telling you now, any of these that don't perform well for me are just going to be declutters because I'm not dealing with wearing something in hate panning next year at all. I'm not doing it. NYX Butter Gloss in Tiramisu. This was the bane of Deb's existence. I don't think it was this shade, but it was another NYX gloss, and she just was like, oh my God. I don't know that she hated the gloss. I think it was just the fact that it lasted so long. So there's Tiramisu. Can you tell I like certain colors? Then I have OFRA in the shade Queen. This was part of a Samantha March collab, and Millie. Same thing here. This is really pretty. It's just like a iridescent. So this is Queen and Millie on the top. So some nice glosses. My niece calls these the cake glosses. She thinks they smell like cake. I guess they kind of do. And then last but not least for glosses, I have my Tower 28. I'm really low on this, so I just want to get it out next year. They don't last as long as other glosses, and I'm really proud of myself for almost finishing it. So here we go right there. So these are all the lippies that I want to try to pan next year. We'll see. I don't know that I'll be able to finish them all, but I definitely want to make a good faith effort on like putting them in projects and like getting some really good usage out of them. Next year my panning's gonna look a bit different, and I'll speak to you about that more after the new year, so you'll have to like stay tuned and see what I'm gonna be up to. All right, so last but not least, I have this magnetic palette that I've kind of been just putting products in, and I'm not going to swatch all these for you. I'm just going to show them to you. I have a couple of blushes here, and then I have a blush topper. I have a bunch of shadows, and these are all ones that I wonder if I can finish. So this is the last thing that I'm going to put in. And hopefully, like, as I bring prompts into projects, you're going to see these things come up. So they should look familiar to you. Okay, so there you have it, my plan to pan for 2023. Follow the hashtag ProjectUseUp. Yeah, hashtag ProjectUseUp. And yeah, watch Jen and my journey next year. We are going to do some updates. I don't know if we're going to do it quarterly or just halfway through the year, but we will be updating you on how we're doing with this particular project next year. So stay tuned. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you liked me, please consider subscribing. I hopefully have some inventory videos coming up in the month of December. I have a lot of Project Pan wrap-ups, so subscribe. And if you think you're subscribed, please double check, because I have had some people tell me that they thought they were subscribed, but they weren't. And they were surprised by that. So just double check, and I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.